Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel. We got some leaks for you guys. So we got the Zoom Freak 3 official images. We also have Giannis's budget shoe and also a little bit of the Kyrie 8 leak, right? So let's start it off with the Zoom Freak 3 actually. And thanks to Sneaker Highway 23 for these pictures. I don't know how we got the official pictures, but here is the official picture of the Zoom Freak 3 and it doesn't look that good, to be honest. So we've already seen the leaks of the Zoom Freak 3, but this is the official picture, right? So the Zoom Freak 3, as far as the outsole goes, we can see a little bit of the outsole here in the heel. It looks to have more of like a wavy traction pattern. Also, the rubber looks very thin, and also the tread looks very deep. So I don't know how durability is going to be. Of course, from the Zoom Freak 1, the Zoom Freak 1 was pretty bad for traction on dust. On a clean court, it had a pretty good bite as well. Durability wasn't very good. The Zoom Freak 2 was actually pretty nice. It has a very nice bite. And the Zoom Freak 3, I don't know, we'll have to see. I mean, it is a toss-up between the 1 and the 2. As far as the cushioning setup goes, so for the cushion, we're actually not 100% sure. So here in the heel, the foam just looks like Phylon. And in the Zoom Freak 1, we had the double stacked zoom here in the heel, which felt pretty nice. And then here in the Zoom Freak 2, we have a zoom unit here in the forefoot, which is okay as well. So it's a little interesting though, right? So from the official pictures, it doesn't say air or zoom or anything on this plastic piece on the lateral side in the forefoot, right? But from the earlier leaks, it says air on this side. So I don't know what's up with that, you know, and it is the exact same colorway it looks like, right? That's kind of weird. And also we were speculating that it was going to be zoom pods here in the forefoot, probably similar to like the LeBrons, you know? So that's what we were speculating, but seeing from the official pictures, I mean, to be honest, this might be like a grade school, you know, colorway or something. So maybe that's why it doesn't say zoom, because the grade school sizing and also the adult sizes can be a little bit different in tech, but that's just a little bit of a speculation there. But that's just what we saw from the earlier leaks, and also from the official pictures, it's a little bit different. But as far as the cushioning setup, I mean, I guess it is the most advanced cushioning setup from the Zoom Freak line, but it's still probably not going to be very nice. And if it is a zoom pod, Nike usually does it where the zoom pod is bottom loaded, so it's more just like a springy sensation. You don't really feel the zoom like right underneath your foot, which probably is going to suck. As far as the lateral containment goes, as you guys can see, the foam does come up a good amount here on the lateral side, in the heel, in the midfoot, and also a little bit in the forefoot. So I don't think there's going to be any problems with lateral containment. As far as the materials go, I mean, this is a pretty good quality picture. The material looks to be a textile material. The Zoom Freak 1 had a really flimsy material. Like, it feels not that nice. The Zoom Freak 2 actually, they improved the quality a good amount. The Zoom Freak 3, I feel like it's gonna feel like the Zoom Freak 2. And also there is a little bit of fuse here in the tip of the toe for extra added durability. As far as the strap goes, the strap reminds me a lot of the Kyrie 6 a little bit. And the design looks pretty similar as well. There is no eyeball on it, so that's good, I guess. It does say Freak here on the medial side, as you guys can see. But as you guys know, I'm not a huge fan of straps, especially straps that go one way. It doesn't really do anything as far as improving the lockdown goes. I mean, maybe just a little bit, but not all too much. And also, it just adds weight and it makes the shoe really annoying to lace up, you know? As far as the tongue goes, the tongue looks very large, as we've seen from the Zoom Freak 1 and 2, which is a good thing. They've had a lot of foam and a lot of padding, which feels very nice. And as far as the Nike swoosh placement goes, I mean, the Zoom Freaks have always had a very interesting swoosh. So the Zoom Freak 1 has a very large swoosh on the midsole, and it is a reverse swoosh. The Zoom Freak 2 just has an oversized swoosh here on the lateral side, and the Zoom Freak 3 I feel like looks the worst in my opinion. It's just a reverse swoosh here, kind of like on the ankle, or like on top of the ankle. And then some details here on the tongue. Giannis Antetokounmpo's logo is kind of like a key, and then there seems to be a lock on the other shoe, which is kind of interesting. Here from the top view, this is pretty interesting, right? So on the right pair, we can see a regular swoosh, and the swoosh is blue. And then on the left pair, we can see a reverse swoosh, and that swoosh is like a volt green color. And then as far as the padding here in the ankle area goes, it seems to have a good amount of padding, which will probably make the shoe overall pretty cozy and very comfortable. So the Zoom Freak 3, I mean, performance wise, I don't know, we'll have to see. Aesthetically, I feel like it looks the worst. My favorite is probably the Zoom Freak 2, and then the Zoom Freak 1, and then the Zoom Freak 3 looks the worst in my opinion, but of course we'll have to see on other colorways. Also, we have official pictures for the Giannis Immortality. So when this first came out, I thought it was a Zoom Freak 3, but apparently Giannis Antetokounmpo is already getting a budget shoe, which is pretty interesting. I mean, the Zoom Freak line has been very popular. It is a pretty cheap shoe, coming in like 110, 120 bucks, but I wonder what this is going to be priced at, you know, because this is already a pretty cheap shoe. I mean, this colorway, or some of the colorways, were going for like 130 bucks, but retail, this was 120, you know, and the Zoom Freak one, I believe, was like 110 bucks. So if you're gonna make a budget shoe of an already cheap shoe, it's probably going to be around 80 to 90 bucks, right? So the KD Tray 5 line is around 80 to 90 bucks as well. So I'm guessing that's how much this shoe is going to be. But I feel like it looks so much better than the Zoom Freak 3, right? So as far as the traction goes, it seems to have herringbone. It is segmented a little bit, right? So we have this black and white rubber outsole. Hopefully the traction is good, and hopefully the rubber compound that they're using is good. As far as the Nike swoosh goes, here on the lateral side, we have a see-through material. And we have some kind of material with this volt color with holes in it. So I wonder what that is. And here on the medial side, we have a reverse swoosh. I don't know what it is with Giannis, but he likes to have his swooshes backwards. But it seems to be stitched on here on the medial side. As far as the materials go, it looks to be like a textile mesh material. It looks very thin. Hopefully it conforms to your foot very well. Of course, Giannis is a very large guy, and he needs a lot of support. So I'm guessing that green material that's inside the swoosh here on the lateral side is like an underlying material that'll add support. And as far as lateral containment goes, there seems to be nothing here in the forefoot, so that does worry me a little bit. But coming here into the midfoot as well as here in the heel, the foam does come up a good amount, and then the outsole does come up to wrap the midsole a little bit. Kind of reminds me of like the Kyrie's. It kind of looks like teeth, you know. And then here for the Immortality, it also has a very large tongue, it looks like, and it says his entire name. It says Giannis Antetokounmpo, which is it's funny. But anyways, yeah, this shoe looks so much better than the Zoom Freak 3, but it doesn't seem to have any type of cushion in it. It doesn't say Zoom anywhere. So I wonder what type of cushion they're using. If it's just foam, like a Phylon foam, I'm gonna be pretty sad. And then the heel, I mean, if it's just Phylon, it's probably not gonna be that nice, especially looking at this picture, because I mean, it's already very caged, you know? And the last but not least, this might be a leak of the Kyrie 8, right? So I don't know where this is from, but shout out to Lace Up HK, Clutch Sports, and Nice Kicks for this picture, right? So we can see, I feel like this is like a Nike representative or something, and they have a lineup of Nike's future basketball shoes, right? So we can already see the LeBron 19. I don't know what shoe that is all the way here on the left. That looks pretty interesting, but we can see the LeBron 19 here, the second shoe. I don't know what the third shoe is, but the fourth shoe is obviously a Kyrie, because we can see the Kyrie Irving logo right smack here in the heel, right? And then the Kyrie 7 doesn't have anything in the back, right? So obviously that's probably the Kyrie 8. And as far as the cushioning system goes, I mean, from the 5, guys, it's literally been the exact same cushion, right? So very stiff heel with Phylon. Same thing here in the 6, and same thing here in the 7. And then there is a Zoom Turbo unit here in the forefoot. And as you guys can tell, I'm pretty sick of it. You know, 3 shoes in a row, same exact cushioning setup. And obviously, if you really liked the cushioning setup, they're not really going to change it, right? So that kind of sucks. I really wonder what it's going to use as far as the cushioning setup goes. Hopefully Zoom Strobo unit, a full-length Zoom Strobo unit. But I have a heavy feeling that it's just going to be a Zoom Turbo unit in the forefoot again. As far as the foam goes, I don't know. This foam here in the heel looks kind of soft to me for some reason. Hopefully it's like Cushlon, and not like the Kyrie Low 4 Cushlon, but like an actual soft Cushlon, or maybe even React or something. But yeah, it definitely looks like a Kyrie. And also here in the forefoot, you can kind of see it's probably going to have an outsole curvature, which is a good thing. And it looks to be a high cut shoe as well. On the right of that looks like the Zoom Freak 3. So there's the Zoom Freak 3 there. And then here on the right, this orange and yellow shoe looks to be another colorway of the LeBron 19. So it looks to be a future lineup for Nike's basketball line later at the end of this year. I'm still very curious what this shoe is here on the left. That looks very, very interesting. Look at how high that is too. That's crazy. But anyways, those are some leaks of shoes. Tell us what you guys are excited about down in the comment section below. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.